Fight. Since you lost, what's up, Jake? Where you going, Jake? Oh, he's running! He's running! Look at him!
Gervonta Davis reportedly shocked the internet after an alleged confrontation with Jake Paul outside Miami International Airport. According to the story, there were no cameras, no ring, and no rules involved, just pure tension exploding in public. Witnesses were reportedly screaming while security rushed in as phones filled the air recording the chaos between two of boxing's biggest names. Fans everywhere immediately started asking the same question. What pushed Tank that far?
Canelo obviously, didn't materialize. Was the next one Tank?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was on the 1 yard line as well, but he has to rematch, Lamont Roach. He wants to get that back. And then we'll be back in discussions with Mr. Gervonta. But, man, this is the nature of boxing. You have massive fights on the 1 yard line and things just fall through.
As you're watching it, he was a gigantic favorite, and this is on the heels of the Canelo thing. Are you like, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't know, though, because I never really thought Tank was that good. It would just take the right fighter to pick him apart, to be honest. Someone who had high activity and wasn't afraid of his power. So I always saw so many holes in his game. So to me, it wasn't that surprising that someone finally gave him some good work.
If you do fight, what weight would it be at?
195.
Oh, wow. So he would go all the way from 40 to 95?
Yeah, I mean, it would be an exhibition.
Okay. And so what does that mean? Is that 3-minute rounds?
Yeah, 10 3-minute rounds.
And when you say exhibition, what are the restrictions on that?
No restrictions, just the fact that we couldn't actually get it professionally sanctioned.
Okay. Is that still of interest to you? If he wins the rematch and you beat Julio, is that of great interest to you later this year?
For sure.
Well, according to reports and rumors surrounding the situation, the tension between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis goes much deeper than most people realized. From disrespectful trash talk to business disagreements and alleged leaked private messages, many believe this was never just a random altercation. People are already calling it the start of a rivalry nobody expected, but everyone suddenly wants to see. From supposed leaked footage to rumors about hidden motives in future fights, the entire boxing world has been paying attention. Many fans believe the tension between Jake and Tank have been building quietly for months behind the scenes.
Were you gonna call out? What was the plan originally?
I think he was here. He came in my locker room.
Shakur Stevenson?
He wasn't in my locker room.
Jake Paul?
Next question.
This time, many people feel Jake Paul targeted the wrong fighter. Unlike several of Jake's past opponents and rivals, Gervonta Davis is viewed as someone who doesn't entertain internet drama or social media antics. Fans see Tank as a fighter shaped by real struggles, difficult experiences, and serious consequences both inside and outside the ring.
See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. Back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. Mm-hmm. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. Mm-hmm. So it's I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition.
Yes,
he was doing that a lot.
And he got to be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you got to be careful of that because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you got to be careful of. Other than that,
things reportedly became even more personal when Jake allegedly joked about Tank's legal issues and mocked him publicly online. The situation reportedly became worse after Jake also mocked Tank's complicated relationship with Floyd Mayweather Jr., claiming Tank was still living.
Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood.
Tank never publicly exploded about the comments, but many believe he was paying attention behind scenes. Later, reports claim that Gervonta Davis arrived at Miami International Airport ahead of meetings connected to his rematch with Lamont Roach Jr., while Jake Paul was reportedly returning from business obligations after the massive attention surrounding his exhibition with Mike Tyson.
What's going on? What's up, Floyd? I can have what I want. What you mean with the camera? Oh, you got camera too. So what you supposed?
According to witnesses, the moment both fighters allegedly saw each other, the tension became immediate. People described the atmosphere like two dangerous forces entering the same room at once. Reports claim there were barely any greetings or conversation before emotions took over. Witnesses then alleged that Tank suddenly moved forward with the same explosive speed and aggression. Fans online quickly compared the alleged punch to the devastating shots Tank has landed in professional fights before. But this time, according to the rumors, social media immediately exploded after news of the incident spread online. Some fans defended Tank, saying Jake Paul's constant trash talk and disrespect finally caught up with him. Others argued that Gervonta Davis went too far and should have handled everything inside an official box.
I'm filming.
So guys, I'm in the hospital. I had an accident. I'm still gonna be able to fight August 6th, so get your tickets at msg.com before they sell out. But I broke my back carrying the promotion for this event. It's broken.
Oh, Jake, you good?
Nurse!
Jake,
Nurse, more morphine!
Oh my God.
I broke my back carrying the last 5 fights of promotion. My opponents never sell shit. Oh, it hurts!
Do something.
It hurts! These motherfuckers never sell shit! They couldn't sell a pen to a writer!
Many people also believe Tank has been under enormous pressure recently. From separating from longtime trainer Calvin Ford to dealing with questions about his future without Floyd Mayweather's guidance, Tank's career has appeared increasingly unstable. Reports and rumors surrounding legal issues and outside distractions have only added more pressure. Meanwhile, Jake Paul represents everything many traditional boxing fans dislike about modern influencer boxing: viral fame, massive promotion, and huge paydays without years of grinding through the traditional boxing.
Called Jake Paul clown following the Tyson fight. Tell us, exactly why. Expound on that.
Because why would he even want to fight him? And who told Mike Tyson to fight anyway?
Do you think that it might have tarnished Mike's legacy in a way?
Yeah, they did. They definitely did.
Jake Paul's exhibition event with Mike Tyson only added more controversy to the conversation. Some boxing fans, including people close to Tank, reportedly disliked the idea. So when Jake allegedly joked about Tank's personal struggles, mentorship drama, and legal history, many fans believe the disrespect became personal. According to supporters of Tank, the alleged airport confrontation was less about publicity and more about
Do you think that it's fair to call them boxers now? We talk about Logan Brothers.
I think it's okay to call Jake Paul a boxer. The only reason why I say that is because he do be in the gym. He's working on stuff. The fight that he fought Mike Tyson, I don't think he should have fought Mike Tyson because of who Mike Tyson is and the age. And he said that he didn't try to knock him out. Yes, you did. You just couldn't get the knockout. And he tried to knock him out for sure.
Still, not everybody believes the airport chaos was completely real. A growing number of boxing fans think the entire incident may have been carefully staged to promote a future fight between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul. Rumors surrounding a possible November showdown.
Maybe it's not a terrible fight. You know, we know that Gervonta's going to fight Jake Paul in November, and then we'll see what happens.
Some fans pointed toward comments reportedly connected to promoter Eddie Hearn, discussing the possibility of the fight happening after Tank's rematch with Lamont Roach. For many people, the timing felt suspiciously perfect. The viral airport incident, the online silence from both teams, and the sudden...
I gotta ask you, how real or what was to it with you and Tank actually being a thing? Was that something that was talked about?
Yeah, no, it was highly talked about and in negotiations and almost ready to make happen, but he has to do his rematch with Lamont and get that W, and then we'll be able to run it back. But me and Gervonta were scheduled to fight for sure.
Because both Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis know how to dominate headlines, many fans believe the entire situation could have been designed as a publicity stunt to increase attention, streaming interest, and future pay-per-view sales. Still,
this might be the worst thing that ever happened in the history of humanity. Jake Paul is set to fight Gervonta Tank Davis in November. This is ridiculous. First of all, Tank, I know you're known for not taking the hardest fights, but you at least fight actual boxers. What are you doing? You know, besides getting that bag. Second, Jake, why are you doing this? You're a bad person. Let's ignore the fact that I have personally watched this man rob a P.F. Chang's. Let's talk about his refusal to fight real boxers. He gets criticized for refusing to fight real boxers, so he fights Mike Tyson, a 60-year-old boxer. He gets criticized for fighting a 60-year-old boxer, so he fights a current championship boxer who is literally 100 pounds lighter than him. Tank Davis is a lightweight, 135 pounds. Jake Paul is a cruiserweight, 235 pounds. You're never beating this fraud allegation, Jake, so why are you doing this? What do you guys think of this fight? And don't tell me anything good. Say it in the...
Imagine Tank dominates Lamont Roach in the rematch and fully restores his reputation. Most boxing fans would expect him to target elite names next like Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney. Those are the fights many believe would truly define his legacy. Instead, critics argue he appears more interested in a huge Netflix payday against a YouTuber-turned boxer.
We wanted the Loma fight when it was in its prime. Him and Mayweather, their team just, they just danced around it. When we wanted the Devin fight for Undisputed, the belts don't matter. I could just give them to my kids because everybody's winning belts. Shakur, he's easy work, he's boring, but you don't want to unify against him. Keyshawn might have a chance. You feel me? It's just disgusting. We wanted the Bud fight too after he called him out, and we also would have took a Teofimo Lopez fight. But then his fans would say, oh, but they're too big. They're not in his weight class. What the fuck is Jake Paul? This is the bullshit I be talking about. Like, this shit does nothing for the sport of boxing, but in terms of the division of 135, it doesn't do jack shit.
Now imagine the opposite situation. If Tank loses again to Lamont Roach, many believe the excitement around a Jake Paul fight instantly drops. Fans would begin questioning why they should care about a crossover fight involving a boxer coming off another disappointing result.
You say you got your eye on Tank. What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fight?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he chooses that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it. So if you gonna call cap and say I'm not who I say I am.
At that point, critics would likely describe the Jake Paul fight as a desperate money move instead of serious boxing challenge. Many people would accuse
more athletes and celebrities like Jake Paul taking up boxing. You think that grows the sport?
If he's doing it for the right reason, actually want to do it because of just like actually want to box, it's cool. But if he's doing it for like the wrong reason, just to get the hype and stuff like that, I feel as though it's trash. Sometimes people get bored at what they want, what they doing, and they want to try other stuff. Got to be mentally tough to be able to box. So that's why I don't take that away from some fighters or some people that want to jump into the sport. So just show how tough you are. That's how it should be.
For sure. That's all I got. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
And honestly, plenty of fans are already making those arguments. Tank has openly talked about retirement and losing passion for boxing.
Are you retiring?
What changed? We made this shit trash, garbage.
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment. and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything? Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford and Leonard Edelby usually they're around to?
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like like say you got a squawk today.
Reports and videos from training camp also created controversy after fans accused Tank of not appearing fully focused ahead of the Lamont Roach fight. Those distractions only
It's been to the streets. I know you ain't focused. Tighten up.
That's why I got everybody out of there. That's why I got everybody out of there. Can they see my page again?
Better tighten up.
At the same time, Tank also separated from Calvin Ford, the trainer who supported and guided him throughout his rise in boxing from the very beginning of his career.
Something is definitely going on between Calvin Ford and Gervonta Davis. Now, we all seen that knockdown in the 9th round, but what you probably didn't see is what happened after that in between rounds. Check this out. Coach Barry Hunter trained Tank for this fight with Lamont Roach, not Calvin Ford. A lot of people were saying that this performance has something to do with that. So, is something really going on between Calvin Ford and Tank Davis? Check out what Tank had to say.
No, I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd. You know what I mean? I was more so. It's something we gotta work on in the corner, for sure.
Because of everything happening around him recently, many fans believe Tank no longer seems completely committed to boxing long-term. That's why people think the Jake Paul fight is mostly about money and business. Tank may not be chasing championships anymore. Instead, people believe he's chasing the biggest financial opportunities available.
Is it true that you made $170 million from this fight?
I made a lot of money, the most money I've made ever.
60 million households, Jake.
250 million people. Well, that is so... It's all downhill from here.
No, for sure.
Jake Paul's event with Mike Tyson reportedly generated huge streaming numbers through Netflix. If Netflix becomes involved again for a Jake Paul versus Tank Davis event, many fans believe the fight could easily become another giant multi-million-dollar spectacle.
Is it true that you made $170 million from this fight?
I made a lot of money, the most money I've made ever.
60 million households, Jake.
250 million people. Well, that is so... It's all downhill from here.
No, for sure.
But before Gervonta Davis can seriously focus on Jake Paul, he still has unfinished business with Lamont Roach.